We hear this all the time, hot and cold spots in the house. What does that mean? Well, questions come in. Why is one of my rooms hotter or colder than the other? So I guess this person has a problem in the summer and the winter's my guess, probably with a specific room. So we hear about it, hot and cold spots. One room is hotter in the summer than the rest and colder in the winter than the rest. What could be going on there?
Yeah, so it could be a few different things. Right now, if it's in summertime, and really wintertime too, for that matter, it's if it's the same room, it could be a couple different things. Sometimes it's opposite rooms. But the first thing we want to look at is just overall. Once again, the simple things. I like to keep things simple. Are the registers all opened? But not even just that. Are they adjusted properly? So all the way open isn't always the correct or the best option, right? Because those registers, that's why your supply registers have dampers on them. You can adjust them, or returns don't. So we always want free return coming back. The supplies can be adjusted to regulate the final amount of air is coming into a room. Air is lazy. It's like a lot of us, right? A lot of people. It's lazy. It takes the path of least resistance. And so that air, as it goes down the duct stream, gets farther away from the furnace.
Mm.
It gets less and less and less. It's going to leave the first vents possible. So oftentimes you'll find registers dampered down a little bit more closer to the equipment and opened up a little bit more as they get farther away from the equipment to help keep the pressure up. Now, a properly designed duct system is going to help eliminate how much those have to be adjusted at the actual register. That's just the final point of adjustment. So there's one thing is checking the registers, making sure they're open, free, not covered up, and adjusted properly. The second thing being is duct sizing. Is the duct system properly sized?
Mm.
Um, One of our guarantees that we give with new systems is a 25% utility savings guarantee. One of the biggest reasons, there's a couple things, but one of the biggest reasons we're able to do that is because of airflow and because of proper duct sizing. It's amazing, and if you look at studies that have been done across the country, how many air duct systems are improperly sized. As a matter of fact, I think it's over 70% of systems across the U.S. never reach 75% of capacity. I may be off this, but I'm pretty sure that's what the study shows, which is amazing. And that comes down to system sizing, so doing proper manual J load calcs on the home to get the proper size system, but as well as them properly sizing the duct system for that space. And so that's another thing that comes into place. And then, of course, hot and cold spots can also be affected by overall efficiency of the system that we talk a lot about, on this show that ties to so many different things,
Mm.
the cleanness of the system, filtration, things like that. But those are going to be a couple things that can definitely cause that.
I'm sure you've also seen something very simple. We were up in your attic, and for some reason, there's no insulation over that room.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be, as simple as that. Someone's done something at one point. They had to retro an area, roof leak, whatever, or who knows what, right? It could be a list of things, but yeah, just no insulation or poor insulation. Another one too, we talked about duct sizing, but is also air leakage.
Mm.
And so a lot of duct systems have a lot of air. I'll get it. A lot of air leakage in the system. So around the joints, around the boots, around the takeoffs, whether the flex duct hooks up to the takeoff, and if it's sheet metal duct, all the joints and rivets and screws, different things. It's amazing you add all it up, how many square inches of air loss there is on a duct system. And so once again, as it gets farther away from the system, now we have more air mixing from the crawl spaces and attics and then wall spaces and different things. We're going to hurt the comfort of a given room and or air even delivered there.
It's a science. It's experience. You guys know what you're doing at Schaefer Heating and Cooling. Um, the experience thing, let me touch upon that. No matter how much you're trained in the classroom, there's just so much you learn over time
Hmm.
in an attic, in a basement, in a crawl space, in a garage, on someone's property, and it's it's all collective. It kinda reminds me of AI today, like ChatGPT. It alone, I don't think is smart. It just it has access to all this information across the internet, and it processes it and brings it together for a result. And I think that's how it is with you guys. You have, highly trained and experienced technicians, don't you?
Absolutely. So back to the training, yes, that's extremely important. Every single one of our team members, myself included, go through over 250 hours of training minimum per year. And that's ongoing forever. Day one, or you've been here for 20 years, we're always going to continue to train and train and train. But also, too, this year we celebrate our 40 years. So we also have 40 years as an organization of experience seeing all these different scenarios and going through and learning and constantly adapting to be able to provide that best service possible. So yes, experience and training, you put the two together, that's what you call a wow experience.
Unbeatable. Congratulations on your 40th anniversary. That's
Yeah, thank you.
fantastic. That is
Thank you.
that is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay, thank you very much, Nathan. I appreciate it. All of Nathan's information is located in the show notes. There's no excuse not to reach out to Nathan and his team at Schaefer. Thank you very much for
Always,
joining me, my friend.
thank you, Jim.